and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Keera, and if you like spooky stuff or paranormal content, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. So since this is the video before Halloween, which is really exciting, I thought it would be a fun idea to sit down, carve a pumpkin, and talk about Halloween, maybe rate a few of my previous Halloween costumes I've ever done, and just see where the video goes. So I went out and I got pumpkins. I found the biggest pumpkin, I have to say, is probably as much as I weigh. Hold on, let me get it. This is my pumpkin. I will say it is missing a stem, but that's okay because this was the biggest one they had. So earlier today, before I started filming this video, I put out a poll on the YouTube's community section to see what should be carved into this bad boy. So in the poll, I asked everybody whether Ghostface should be carved into the pumpkin or Jigsaw. And the poll numbers are in. Winning by 71%, we are going to be carving Ghostface. Unfortunately, Jigsaw only did get 29% for the votes, but that is okay. Next year, maybe we can do Jigsaw. So we are going to be carving Ghostface. But before we get carving the face into the pumpkin, we need to empty it out. So we need to start with cutting it open, taking out the pumpkin seeds and everything inside, and going from there. So, I know in the last video, I tried to use a knife to open the can for my creepy pies. Did not work. So I have a bigger knife to open this pumpkin. I do also have these little pumpkin carving ones, which will be used for the fine details, but I feel like these will not cut it to cut open the top. Okay, let's get started. Oh, you might also not see my face sometimes because I'm pretty small and this pumpkin's pretty big, so I kind of have to stand up to carve it. Also, this is Lucky's first year experiencing Halloween, Christmas. He's never even seen snow. He's a baby. But we're really excited. He's already attempted to eat the pumpkins because I bought 3, just in case this one does not go right. You know, this knife gives me Michael Myers, which is one of my favorite Halloween movies and iconic horror villains. This is just going to be me making a bunch of weird noises as I try to cut through the top. I think the top is able to come off now. Oh, how am I going to get it off without... I didn't think that through. Okay, there we go. And the top comes off. I love carving pumpkins. I really do. For years, me and my family have carved pumpkins, and I'm always the one that's never afraid to stick their hands in and grab the guts out. We call them guts. It's like the pumpkin seeds and innards with my hands. So now I'm just gonna clean out the inside. Would you like to smell the pumpkin? Oh, don't eat it. So I have a bag to put the innards in because I don't want them all over my table. So we're just gonna start. I'm not sure if I asked in my last video what everybody's being for Halloween. I don't think I did. But let me know down in the comments what you're planning on being for Halloween, whether you have 1 costume or 2. So for Halloween, I'm being a possessed nun. I haven't done that yet, so I was like, that could be a fun thing. And I love SFX makeup. If you want to see my costume, maybe head over to my Instagram. I mean, that'd be cool. You could be one of the first people to see it. Lucky, you're not getting any of the pumpkin. There's so many seeds in this one. So for this video, I thought it'd be fun to do a few little things. But today we're going to be talking about previous Halloween costumes that I've done, along with rating them and just anything Halloween. So let's start off the rating. You guys can rate with me too. Rate my costumes that I've done in previous years in the comments. So the first one on our list is a little caterpillar. Yes, it was not my choice for this costume, but I thought I'd include it because who doesn't love a little caterpillar? Personally, looking at the photos, not my favorite costume. Kind of bland. The little caterpillar face on top kind of adds to it. I like that it has multiple legs, but the face not doing it for me. So personally, I would rate it maybe a 6 because it's not bad, but it's not great. Next up on our list, we have something that's perfect for today's video. I dressed up as a pumpkin. Personally, this is probably my second favorite costume just because it's fun to look at. Oh! You grabbed that so fast. I didn't think you were gonna grab it. But anyway, the pumpkin is my favorite second costume that I've done. Only because it's fun, it's so cute. It's a perfect pumpkin costume. Whenever a kid wears like a pumpkin costume and it's like big and poofy, like a pumpkin, it is adorable and I love it. I would rate it, I think, an 8 out of 10. I feel like there could have been more zhuzh to it, but to be fair, I probably was 3 or 4 in that photo. Next, I was the devil, actually twice in my lifetime on Halloween. So I will rate them separately because they're too different. So let's start with the first time I dressed up as the devil. I love the fact that that year someone else dressed up as the devil with me, one of my family members. But the costume's not there, but I was pretty adorable. It's better than the caterpillar, so I'll rate it maybe a 6.5. The other time I was the devil was last year for Halloween. I think this one was genuinely my favorite Halloween costume that I've done so far. Only because I got to do prosthetics with it, attached to the horns. I painted my face red. Although, I did have a problem afterwards because it stained my skin orange. And I can put a video here to show you. I showered like crazy that night because I did not want to go to my basketball class. Or no, it wasn't even basketball, it was a dance class, completely orange. So I think I'd rate this one a 9.5 out of 10. I feel like there could have been a little bit more I could have done with it, but what can you do? Next up, I feel like everybody's been one of these at least once. Maybe sometimes because that's just who they are as people. But a clown. Oh, why am I putting it in the pumpkin? So, this makeup, I had fun doing it. It was 2 years ago, I think. And to get the triangle over my eyebrow flat, I had to glue down my eyebrows. I never glued down my eyebrows before, but I thought it was like a fun little thing I'd never tried. So I was like, let's try that. Worked out pretty well, but to be fair, I do have really thin eyebrows naturally. I don't know, this one was really fun, and I remember that year Coco, and you guys never met Buster, but he was my late dog. He was my little baby. We dressed them up, and Coco was a hot dog, and Buster was a taco. I'll show you guys photos, it was really cute. So I'm going to go in with this little scoopy to scoop out the little hanging parts inside the pumpkin. I'll show you from another angle. But with the clown one, I will say I had a lot of trouble getting my eyebrows out of the glue. It was a struggle, and I was scared I was gonna lose my eyebrows to that. But it did turn out pretty good, so I'll rate it, I'll say an 8. One of the last costumes I'm going to talk about today is I was Alvin and the Chipmunks. In high school, me and a few friends dressed up as Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. I'm gonna blur their faces just because I don't know if they're okay with me showing it. So their faces are gonna be blurred. But we dressed up as the Chipmunks. It was really fun. I remember having to sew on the giant A onto the hoodie. I don't know, this was one of my favorite costumes, and I would have to give it a solid 9 out of 10. Like, one of my favorites. You know those ASMR channels? I personally, not a fan of ASMR. But I'm gonna take 3 seconds to give you some ASMR. I feel like I'm gonna hate editing this. But if you like ASMR, you're welcome. If you don't, I'm sorry. Okay, enough of that. I freaking love Halloween. Are you ready for this big scoop? Ready? Okay, so the pumpkin is completely empty now, which means the fun part can begin. So now we get to carve Ghostface into our pumpkin. I am going to turn around because this is the nicer side, which I've been showing you guys. How ironic. panic. The pumpkin lights when I'm carving a pumpkin. Give me 1 second. So this is the reference photo that I will be using. So I'm gonna quickly trace that out and then we'll get carving. Okay, so I kind of sketched it out and I think right now we're just gonna go for it. And as I make progress, I'll show you guys. So like I said before, I have every year I've carved a pumpkin. So let me go through all the pumpkins I've carved. I've carved Sam or Sammy from Trick or Treat, Michael Myers. I did Jason last year. Now I'm doing Scream or Ghostface. Okay, this is the first cut. This is the most important cut. First cut, done. There's just something about carving pumpkins that is really relaxing. And the smell, I enjoy the smell of pumpkin. My mom does not. She says it smells like farts. And I feel like it's such an iconic smell for fall. It's like peppermint for Christmas, pumpkin for Halloween. So I have always loved Halloween, like I said. When I was younger, I would decorate our whole house. The whole house. We'd go to the dollar store, we'd go to Walmart, bunch of Halloween stuff. Didn't want any toys. Get me a creepy baby doll or a little pretend rat. I'd be happy. Like, I'd put things all over the walls and little stickers. There was one year that I had, it was like this little effect where rats were crawling out of the wall. I love Halloween. Like, when I have my own place, my house will be so decked out for Halloween. I'm gonna have one of those like giant skeletons that you can put on your front lawn. I'll be sitting in the window, like carving my pumpkin, waving at the kids as they just pass by with my giant skeleton in my front window. I'm kind of like disappeared behind the pumpkin. It's like a jump scare. Did I just come out of the pumpkin? No, I'm just short. Okay, it isn't that bad so far. It's really heavy. Hold on. That's all I got. So we're making a little progress at a time. You can't rush a masterpiece. Hello? The first piece has come out. Only progress from here. In my last video, I said that I would give up my birthday to have Halloween all year round. And I genuinely do mean that. Because nothing beats Halloween. You get to have fun. You get to eat a bunch of candy. And this is when the best candies come out. They're a little overpriced. But they're still delicious. That's the problem. This pumpkin's a thick boy. This little knife does not reach all the way through the pumpkin. That's why I can't get the pieces out 100%. So guys, since we are carving Ghostface, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite scary movie? See, for me, my favorite scary movie or horror movie, I love Chucky. I mean, I genuinely love Chucky, every single Chucky movie. Also the TV show, I enjoy it. Here, wait, I'll give you a list of my top 3 favorite, like, horror movies. They're not really considered horror, they're more of cult classics, but there are iconic favorite horror villains. So, my favorite, I love Chucky, but the movie in specific, I love Bride of Chucky. Because who doesn't love a good Jennifer Tilly moment? My second is probably the first Halloween. Because you can never go wrong with Michael Myers, right? Like, he's an icon. And my third, I love the Conjuring movies. Any of them. Like, you sit me down, put on a Conjuring movie, will not move. I will watch all of them. Again. But if I would have to pick my favorite Conjuring movie, it would probably have to be the first Conjuring movie. They're just such good movies. If you don't like The Conjuring, I don't know if we can be friends. It is a really good movie franchise. Those are my top 3. Do you guys have a top 3 like favorite horror movies or like movies you like to watch in the like during Halloween? I mean, I watch all of those even during like Christmas. Ooh. Oh, Lucky, you hit your head. Calm down. Lucky's going crazy over the pumpkin. Okay, so I've completely carved out the pumpkin. Now I just need to push out the parts that need to be cut out. And I'm pretty sure we're almost done. I know, you're probably dying to see if my pumpkin's really good or real bad. Well, don't get your expectations too high. My little knife is starting to get a little wobbly, so it might break. And then it could go downhill from there. Again, I am so sorry if this video is very boring. I tried to think of like fun Halloween things to do. And I was like, I talk about creepy things on this channel all the time. So technically my channel is perfect for Halloween, but I was like, I need to do something different, something special. And so I thought carving a pumpkin would be a fun thing to do. This one's longer. So much easier. It's a little longer knife. Oh, it popped out. Beautiful.
Again!
3 for 3. This might be the final cut here. Okay, so I'm going to show you, I do still have to go in and clean up the little, like the edges on the inside. I don't know if it looks like much without a candle in, and it's still kind of messy, but I still have to clean it up, and then, well, I'll show you with a candle in. You weren't expecting to get a view like this, were ya? Well, don't worry. We're gonna go right back. Oh, I'm so funny. All right, so I think it's done. Hold on. All right, so now let's cue the montage. Okay, so I don't think it turned out that bad. I can kind of see Ghostface, which that was the goal. But anyways, that concludes our video for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and leave a comment what you're being for Halloween and what is your favorite scary movie. But anyways, have a good morning, evening, or night, depending when you're watching this. And remember, go eat as much candy as you want. Let's just say this one night, the amount of sugar that's in that candy does not count. Just have fun. Okay, have a happy Halloween and bye guys!